what's wrong with hot pants? I mean...
Well, see, this is a European design thing, but righteous people, you go to Saudi Arabia and tell a woman to put on miniskirt. Go to Zaire, Africa, and have the women put on short dresses. They'd be fine, they're locked up. Go to Pakistan, or go to all throughout black Islamic Muslim countries. Number one, I have a wife, and she's walking around with a skirt up to here. And then what's happening? Well, why do I want everybody to see her? What's the man? I mean, people looking and winking, they lusting for her, all kind of freaks and no good people on the streets. Why do I want my wife? She can't bend over because the panties show if the wind blow. Horses show the behind. Cows and animals and mules. Human beings don't walk around out. Savages walk around with their behinds out. And my wife's behind ain't for every man to look at. You understand? So it makes a lot of sense. So how can I protect my woman if I'm walking down the street, she's half naked, and some sadist run up and grab her? Hell, I shouldn't have put out there. If I got merchandise I want to sell, I put them in the window for you to see. So if I want my wife, why do I want everybody to see my wife? What's private? What's mine? Everybody looking at her. Which means what's wrong with it? How can you have a wife or somebody you love? Anything God made precious, nature hides it. You cannot find diamonds easy. You have to dig and dig and dig. And then you got to work to clean them. You cannot, you cannot find, listen, you cannot find gold. Everything God made valuable, he made it hard to get. Pearls, rubies, and ain't my oil. You have to dig, and half the time it don't strike. Everything God created that was valuable, he made it hard to get to. Ain't my woman more important than some diamonds and some oil and some gold when she's the field which produced my sons and daughters? Why should she walk around all nude in all of these design clothes? Her breasts is out. She's on the beach wearing clothes that show more than her panties when she go to bed. That's right. People don't just might as well come out with a brassiere on and her panties. She'd be more covered up than she do in the European style with just something covering up her nipple and just a little old G-string over, and she's walking out on the beach naked. These are savages. How am I have my daughter, my wife, or my woman walking around for her man? Ooh, look, I could do. Boy, if I could get to her. What I want that for? She's mine. What do you mean? What's wrong with
What I don't understand is,
what we don't understand is how this piece of cloth can cause so much hatred, controversy, friction,
squabble.
Everybody's talking about it. In fact, everybody wants to ban it. But why? Is it because they think that the Muslim woman is oppressed? But I can speak perfectly fine.
They think we need to be liberated, be free.
They want us to be like the Western women, the so-called symbol of femininity. What? High heels, lipstick, short skirts?
This liberates you?
Is it because we dress the same?
Or because we look the same?
The Muslim woman means so much more than just her physical appearance.
We don't want to be defined by the way we dress.
I want you to judge me by my intellect, not by how short my skirt is.
Is it because you think we're forced to wear it? I don't wear it because my husband forced me to.
I'm not even married.
Or my father forced me to. I wear it solely because God tells us to, and we want to please Him.
We are subservient to God and not to the trends of fashion or society.
But hold on. You say we're forced, but yet you force us to take it off?
Is it because you think it's a communication barrier?
Well, what does communication really mean? According to the Oxford Dictionary, it could either mean
1. The imparting or exchanging of information by speaking, writing or using some other medium.
or
2. The means of sending or receiving information such as telephone lines or computers.
So how exactly does the car prevent this?
let's test it out. Testing, testing.
We hear you loud and clear.
It's clear to see when you're speaking to somebody, you don't have to see their face.
Just like when you're speaking on the phone, you can't see them.
So really, if you want to ban the niqab, you should start with the mobile phones first.
Is it because of the way we interact with men?
Or don't interact with men? God tells us to maintain a boundary with the opposite gender.
This is to prevent any form of promiscuity from either sides.
Men are ordered to lower the gaze and we are ordered to cover.
Besides, I don't want to be just another rape statistic.
Or is it because we challenge the norms of society?
Because we decide to stay covered whilst everybody else wants to uncover?
We live in a society where the biggest industry is pornography and still increasing.
And the status of woman is slowly decreasing. Western woman is seen as merely a sex object.
Exploited for her beautiful materialistic gain.
Like selling a car?
Or even selling a chocolate bar.
Okay. Enough discussion.
I think it's time for us to tell you about the niqab.
This piece of cloth that you call it,
it honors me.
It protects me.
It tells me my body belongs to me, nobody else.
Nobody can tell me how to dress, what to say, how to look.
Apart from God Almighty.
This is true liberation. liberated from the dictates of fashion and society.
This is true freedom, being free from the submissions of man's desires.
This is true femininity, because we preserve our beauty rather than being exploited for
The
it.
symbol of oppression is not the Muslim woman, it is in fact the Western woman.
Which is why we present to you Islam. We want to give you the solution for a society that is spiraling backwards.
Islam is in fact the religion to take this society forwards.
To finally restore the much needed honour, dignity and respect.
Not to just women, but men too. In fact, all of mankind.
And so to conclude,
It's time for you and I
to
join the campaign.
I'm so tired. Tired of what? Of all these people judging me. Who judged you? Like that woman. Every time I sit with her, she tells me to wear hijab. Oh, hijab and music, the mother of all topics. Yeah, I listen to music without hijab. Well, wearing hijab, that would be a good thing to do. Says who? It's in the Quran, isn't it? Yeah, she did quote me something. She said in the chapter titled Light, and other places of the Quran. Yeah, but it's not a big sin anyway. Helping people and praying is more important. True, but big sins start with small sins. That's a good point, but what you wear is not important. What's important is having a good and healthy heart. Then why do you spend an hour every morning fixing up? You spend so much money on cosmetics, not to mention all the time you spend on fixing your hair and low-carb dieting. But I don't like hijab, it limits my freedom. But the lotions and other cosmetics set you free? What's your definition of freedom, anyway? Freedom isn't doing whatever you like to do. No, freedom is doing the right thing without fearing other people. Look, I've seen so many people who don't wear headscarves and are good people. And so many who wear headscarves and aren't bad people. So what? There are people who are nice to you that are alcoholics. Does that mean we should be alcoholics? I don't want to be a fanatic. I'm okay the way I am without this. Then you're a secular fanatic, an extremist and disobeying God. You don't get it. If I wear hijab, who would marry me? So all these people with hijab never get married? Okay, what if I get married and my husband doesn't like it and wants me to remove it? A man who does not respect your values is not worth marrying. But then who would hire me? A company that respects people for who they are. Not after 9/11. Yes, after 9/11. There are so many Muslim women working in hospitals and the corporate world with the headscarf. Why do you reduce religion to a piece of cloth anyway? Why do you reduce womanhood to high heels and lipstick colors? You didn't answer my question. In fact, I did. Hijab is not just a piece of cloth. It's obeying. It's courage in faith and action. And it's true womanhood. But your short sleeves and tight pants, that's called fashion. Do you live in a cave or something? First of all, hijab was founded by men who wanted to control women. What about the women who fight their husbands to wear hijab? And women in France who are forced to remove their hijab by men? What do you say about that? The person who asked you to wear hijab, it was a woman, right? Right, but fashions that are designed and promoted by male-dominated corporations set you free? Men have no control on exposing women and using them as a commodity? Give me a break. Wait, let me finish. I was saying that... what? You think men control women using hijab? Yes! Specifically, how? By telling women how and what to wear. Doesn't TV, movies, and magazines tell you what to wear and how to be attractive? Isn't that control? Pressuring you to wear what they want you to wear? They're not just controlling you. They're also controlling the market. What do you mean? I mean, the men who design the magazines are telling you to look skinny and anorexic, like the women on the cover. I don't get it. What does hijab have to do with products? It has everything to do with that. Don't you see? Hijab is a threat to consumerism. Women spend billions of dollars to look skinny and live by standards of fashion designed by men. And then here's Islam, saying, trash all that nonsense and focus on your soul. Don't worry about what men think of your appearance. Slap their filthy eyes with a headscarf. Stop lecturing me! I will not wear hijab! It's awkward, outdated, and totally not suited for this society. Fine. I can't do this.